Will condoms fit the aliens when they come? Hi, welcome back to my podcast. That feels weird to say and I don't know why. But I'm Ray, if you're new here. You're probably not. You probably know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. So, oh my goodness. I think I'm getting sick. First and foremost, apologies. Because I think I'm getting sick. And I think just like in general, the last few weeks, my voice has just been like bad. I don't know. And I think it picks up a lot on camera and I'm a little self-conscious about it. But anyway, so last week I gave you my books of the month. Full disclosure, I have not finished those books yet. So that'll probably be a week after this, where we talk about the books and I give you my ratings and I give you my new book of the month. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I finish them. But, so this week, because I don't have any fun segments to do, it's just yapping. And the primary thing I wanted to talk about is something I've been thinking about for like a minute. I've been thinking about it for like a while, okay? And then it was brought up yesterday on stream, so like I feel like now I need to talk about it even more. I think it's embarrassing trying to make friends as an adult. I think it's embarrassing. Not in the sense of like you shouldn't go out there and do it. Because I do think you should go out there and try to make friends. That's not what I mean. I just mean, like, personally, for myself, it's, like, embarrassing not having friends, and it's embarrassing trying to make friends. How do you even make friends as an adult? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And maybe it's because, like, I've always been a chronic no friend haver. Like, I've always been chronically only had one or two friends. Like, that's always how I've been. And I just, like, have always struggled to make friends in general. And more so, like, I've always struggled to keep friends because, like, I don't know. I've done what I feel like is I've done everything right? Like, I've joined the, like, make a friend pages. And I've joined, like, crochet groups and book clubs. And, like, I've done all of that, but I don't, like, beyond saying hi to those people when I show up in the book club again, I think they're not my friends, really. Like, they're acquaintances, you know what I mean? And so, like, making a friend and keeping that friend is so difficult for no reason, and I don't know why. I'm the only common denominator here, though, so, like, it feel like it has to be me, right? I don't know. I just feel like, particularly when you're out of college and the only social thing you do is like work, it's just like, I don't know. It's just hard to make friends. I don't know. I just feel like it's really hard to connect with people on a deeper level. Like, more than just, hey, I know your name and you know my name, and sometimes we chat. Like, it's way harder to actually form a deeper friendship and connection as an adult. And maybe it's like, again, maybe it is a lifetime of just not having friends that makes me feel that way. But it's really, really hard. And I think it's hard for me because, like, I really crave, like, female friendships. I have always enjoyed a female friendship. And I grew up in a group of girls, like I had a big friend group in my neighborhood growing up. And like I was a part of this girl friend group. And so like I was used to being around women. And I've always been used to being around women in like a platonic sense, like in a friendship sense. And so when I became an adult and I went to college and I like, even like towards the end of my high school career when it was like, oh, I, like, don't have any friends anymore. That was, like, a really hard realization, I think, because I really missed that, like, I don't know, that community, I guess. And it's not that I don't, like, put myself out there because, again, I said, like, I've joined groups. I've tried to talk to people. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm going about it all wrong. Maybe I just, like, I've reached a point where putting a lot of effort into friendships is really difficult now because I feel like it's not easily reciprocated. I don't know what it is, but, like, I don't know. I just really struggle with that. My take on it is that it seems like people either grew up with their friend group and stayed together, or they grew up and grew apart, or you just didn't have friends to begin with, and now you don't have friends as an adult. And so for, like, the people who grew up with their friend group, like, people who are like, oh, me and my best friend, we've been best friends since we were 6. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, my best friend from when I was 6 years old, I know almost nothing about her life now. Like, I know almost nothing about her, what she's up to now. And I think it has a lot to do with, like, different stages of life, if I had to guess, because I don't know. Again, like, when we were all in college, we could all be like, oh, we have this thing in common. We're all in college. We're all at the same stage of our lives or whatever. But when we grew out of that, and some people got married, and some people went into work full time, and some people had kids, and then everyone was just like, well, we don't really relate to each other anymore because we're all at different stages of life. I felt this way a lot when I went on a girls' trip this last weekend with a girl that I know I am friends with, and then 2 of her friends. So it was 4 of us total, me, a girl that I know, and then 2 people I did not know. Like, complete strangers, essentially, to me. And they were just in such different stages of life to me and my friend. Because, I mean, I don't know. And it was just weird. And it was hard to connect. And I don't know how you get past that, like, stage of life difference and still form a friendship. Because it is really hard to be, oh, I don't have any kids, but my friend has 3 kids. I don't have kids for them to play with. Like, how do we entertain her and her 3 kids? Like, that is really difficult. It is a hard thing to do. I don't know. But also, throwback, because we were talking about the books of the month last week. Because I have been rereading The Body Keeps the Score, he talks a lot about relationships. He talks a lot about how traumatized people struggle to build connection and friendships and romantic relationships, and how human connection is essential to healing trauma in a lot of ways, but that people who have been traumatized struggle with basic things, even like making eye contact, or things that are inherent from just like normal human development, things like knowing whether or not someone's trustworthy or just stuff like that. And I just think that's so interesting. Like, maybe that has a lot to do with it. Maybe a lot of people with just like unresolved trauma struggle to keep friendships or make friendships. I don't know. I'd have to do a deep dive on that. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. But it's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it. It was suggested to me that I do a friendship tier list, like types of friendships or the stages of friendships. I did not plan ahead enough for that, so probably not tonight. But eventually I would like to do that, because as a concept, I think that's really fun. Things like being strangers, that's probably like B tier. It's just kind of, whatever. You mean, you don't really know each other, it's fine, whatever. But then that, like, platonic, awkward stage where you're like, we know each other, and we're friends, technically, but we don't know that much about each other. That's the worst stage. I feel like that's F tier. That's F tier. S tier is the point where you finally open up and you're, like, super comfortable with each other. That's S tier. That's the S tier stage of friendship. Anyway, I won't get into that. I think it's a fun concept, though. Eventually, I'll have to do a friendship tier list, because I think Genuinely, I think that's really funny. But anyway, that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about making friends as an adult. I think it's weird. I think it's hard. I don't know. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna straight up, I think it's embarrassing. Straight up. That's what I think about it. And I think for myself, like, it's a big insecurity about, like, I'm worried about being awkward and I'm worried about being weird. Like, I'm worried about being. Okay, let me give you an example. So, like, I'm a regular at my gym. I'm there every morning at the same time. And then there are, like, however many people that are also regulars at the gym. And I've had conversations with them. And every single time I've had a conversation with, like, this one girl in particular, her and I talk about our leggings because we wear the same brand of leggings, right? And so, like, we're talking about that sometimes. But every single time I leave one of those interactions, I'm like, wow, that was so dumb. She did not want me to talk to her at the gym right now. Like, why? Like, no. Like, that was so dumb of me. I'm never doing that again. This is a me issue, I'm realizing. This is a therapy issue. Anyway, I think it's a struggle. It's a struggle to want to be accepted and to worry about not being accepted, I think. It's a big problem. I don't know. But I think that's why I'm geriatric, genuinely. Like, I am at heart, I'm an old lady. I'm a grandma. Like, I like to have grandma hobbies. I spend the majority of my time is by myself. Like, if it's not with my partner, like, I'm by myself, right? That's so grandma coded. I like to take a daily nap. I like to crochet. I've gotten into quilting recently. Like, I don't know. I've just become a grandma, and I don't know how to expand outside of that bubble. Like, I don't know how to get out of my grandma phase, if you will. I will say I've made a lot more friends, like, on the internet than I've ever made in person. Like, I definitely, if you were to ask me who my friends are, I would list several people who I've met online and have only ever known online, because it's true. Like, they are my friends. I have connected with them on a deeper level than a lot of people in my actual daily life off the internet. So I wouldn't discount online friendships in any way, shape, or form. I just think the struggle here is making friends in person. I don't know why that's so much harder. I guess because the internet, like, makes connection really easy. You don't have to plan a time to meet up or, like, whatever. You can just get on, and if they're on, you get to hang out, and that's cool. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I've been thinking about. That was the main topic of today, was just, I'm a grandma and I don't know how to make friends. And actually, there are probably plenty of old ladies who are better at making friends than I am. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it's just, like, the older you get, the more you don't care about anything, and it doesn't matter. Death is imminent, and life is short, and nothing matters. Oh, please hold on, I have to answer a text message. So that's that. I don't think I need to drone on and on about it. I think let's just move on, because there are more things I want to talk about tonight. Okay. As per usual, I'm going to talk about a TikTok thing, because the things that come up on my For You page are so interesting, so fascinating, so revolutionary to me that I have to share them. So today's shout out is for this person on TikTok who came up on my For You page doing conspiracy tarot readings. And I laughed about this for so long because I thought this was genuinely funny. I don't think anyone else probably thinks this is as funny as I do. I'm not really into tarot readings, okay? Contrary to the name of this podcast, I'm not a big, like, tarot person. I don't really dabble in that. I don't really get into that. But I'm a really big fan of this idea of taking, like, non-serious conspiracy theory questions and doing a tarot pulling for them, like a card pulling, It's so funny to me. So her on TikTok, I will tell it to you because I think you should go look it up. It's Ashley Summer, like ASHLEEE, 3 E's, and then Summer, just SUMMER. Go look her up because it is, I mean, shout out to her. Revolutionary idea, makes me laugh. The one that came up on my For You page was of her doing a card pulling for the question, will condoms fit the aliens when they come? That, great question. I want to know. Will they? I don't know. She also did a bonus question, which was like, do they have alien STDs and can we catch them? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sat because I want to know, are they going to introduce alien STDs to us? I don't know. Spoiler alert, the condoms will not fit the aliens, according to the cards, but they will be able to give us STDs. So pros and cons, I suppose. Although it did say, no, I guess this depends. Are you a monster fucker, alien fucker? Are you on Book Talk? I don't know. Is that your thing? Are you into that? But what she didn't clarify is whether or not the condoms are going to be too big or too small for the aliens. So truly, that could go either way, in my opinion. Anyway, if you're into having sex with aliens, I would suggest maybe investing in some like custom condoms and also talking to your doctor about alien STDs. I'm just letting you know. We very much promote safe sex over here, so just throwing that out there. So yeah, that's my TikTok. That's the TikTok portion of the evening because that made me laugh. It was so funny. I'm begging you to go check her out because it's so funny. Okay, anyway. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight is a story that I have been wanting to share like publicly, and I'll probably make a separate TikTok about it just so you can get a visual of what I'm talking about because I have screenshots of this. But I'm going to tell you the story, and I tell it to anyone who will listen because it makes me laugh so hard. But one day, I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace because I love to scroll on Facebook Marketplace. I love to scroll and just see things and like things, even if I have no plans of buying them. Okay, one of my hobbies is scrolling Facebook Marketplace. Okay. But one day I was scrolling and having a conversation like at the same time as one does. And I come across this listing. This is in October, so it's like Halloween time. And I come across this listing of a Dracula statue that like lights up. And it was like $200 something. I don't remember exactly how much, but the price was a little steep. Okay, like it was up there. And for context, also it was like 4 feet tall. Like it was a big boy. Anyway, for context, I have one friend, and I mentioned him before. He goes by Waffles. And we use the term freak very endearingly. It is a term of endearment between us. Like everything's a freak. We love little freaks and little critters, and every slightly weird thing is called a freak to us. Like we just love the word freak. It's a term of endearment. It's not meant to be offensive in any way, shape, or form. Frequently on the stream, you'll like hear us we'll say, oh, look at that little freak. We love a little freak. We just, all the time, okay? We just say it all the time. So you just have to know, for context, it's an affectionate term. It's not offensive. So I'm scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, come across this 4 foot tall light up Dracula statue, and I'm having a conversation, like I said, at the same time, and in my head, I send this listing to my friend and I go, what a freak, with those words, okay? At least I thought that's what I did. No, I actually messaged the seller the words, what a freak, on her listing. So embarrassing. Easily the most embarrassing thing I've ever done on Facebook Marketplace. And she replied, I thought, oh, she's not going to reply to that. I wouldn't reply to that. No, she replied just the words, excuse me? No question mark, by the way. Excuse me? Well, there might have been a question mark. I'll have to go back and look. Whatever, that's not important. And I felt so awkward about that. I felt so, like, not, I guess embarrassed is the wrong word because I'm telling it and I think it's funny. But I felt so awkward about it that I just didn't reply. So I guess in a way this is my, like, public apology because I'm so sorry. If you were that lady and I messaged you on your listing, what a freak. I was not talking about you. I was not talking about you. I was talking about the 4-foot tall Dracula statue that lights up. In my defense, he was a little freaky and he was, again, term of endearment. I would have bought him if I'd had an extra $200 laying around. Okay. Anyway, I should have explained myself, and I know I should have explained myself and just been like, that was an accident. I'm so sorry. I didn't. And now every time I think about it, it's so funny to me, just the idea of her getting a message one day randomly about a thing she'd listed, and the words are just, what a freak. Anyway, I'm so sorry to that woman. I am so sorry. So sorry. Yeah, I'll probably make a separate TikTok at some point on like my main account because I want you to see the visual of both the freak I'm referring to and the conversation in question because I think the visual is what makes it genuinely funny. Anyway, those are the main things I really wanted to talk about, but I wanted to give a little shout out to the Pepsi worker who was restocking my local, like, market. I guess market's the wrong word. My local, like, grocery store, like, little family-owned grocery store in my neighborhood. Because I went there for two things, okay? I went there for a Raisin Bran Crunch, which I think is an elite cereal, by the way. I will not be taking criticism on that. I went there for Raisin Bran Crunch and for Mountain Dew Game Fuel. Is it Game Fuel or Gamer Fuel? Hold on, I'm going to look it up. I just typed in Gay Fuel. That's not what I meant. Hold on, Mountain Dew. It's got to be Game Fuel, right? There's no way. Hold on. It is Game Fuel. We still have the bottle for some reason. And we got the red one. Apparently, I'm looking at it right now. Apparently, there's a purple one. I didn't know there was a purple one. What's the difference? Is there any other colors? Because this one is... I'd never had it before. Oh, there's also like a Kickstarter one. Wow, are there just a lot of versions of this Game Fuel? That one's Charged Berry Blast. Oh my goodness. People are texting me like crazy. And then there's like an orange one. And there's an old Call of Duty green one. I don't know if that's real. Wow, there are a lot more. This was not the point of the story, but there are a lot more like colors than I thought there were. Wow, okay, yeah, there's a purple one. What flavor is the purple one? Oh, Electrifying Berry. That gave me nothing. I don't know what flavor that is. Okay. Anyway, not the point. Okay. I went there for two things. The Raisin Bran Crunch and the Mountain Dew Game Fuel, specifically the red one, apparently. Because I've been told, I don't know. I had never had it before, like I said. But I have been told that they're kind of hard to find. So we knew that this grocery store had stocked them, like not even a few days ago. And so that's what I went there looking for. I had never had it. And I've got my Raisin Bran and I'm walking up and down the aisles trying to find this Mountain Dew. And there's a guy restocking the soda shelf. And he was like, hey, am I in your way? And I was like, no, not really. I'm looking for the Mountain Dew Game Fuel, but I don't see it. You wouldn't happen to have it. And he was like, hold on. And he like pulls off of his cart a singular Mountain Dew Game Fuel. And I was like, no way, that's crazy. And he was like, yeah, I was saving it for myself because I've never had it before. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You can have it. Like, not a big deal. This place stocks them. Like, I can get them anytime. Totally not a problem. You can have them. No, he insisted that I take it and I enjoy a Mountain Dew Game Fuel. So shout out to that guy, because honestly, Pepsi, he deserves a promotion. Pepsi, if you're listening. He was chill. He deserves a promotion. He gave up his chance to have a Mountain Dew Game Fuel so that I could enjoy a Mountain Dew Game Fuel. And for that, I'm rather grateful. And honestly, it was pretty good. I still think my favorite one is... Man, I am not a Mountain Dew person, so I don't know what the name is. I know it's a blue one that tastes like Swedish fish. Hold on. I'll just Google it. Blue Mountain Dew tastes like Swedish meatballs. What? No, Mountain Dew does... Okay, yeah. I just know it's the blue one. Voltage. I think it's the Voltage one. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really drink Mountain Dew. The extent of like the Mountain Dew that I drink is when I was in high school, I was really big into like their Kickstarter ones. I loved Kickstart. Are they Kickstart or Kickstarter? Whatever. I don't know. Whatever their like true energy drink ones, was really into those. Mostly because I was able to tell my parents, no, it's not an energy drink, it's Mountain Dew. And they let me get away with it, which is cool. But really, the extent of like my Mountain Dew knowledge is I really enjoy a Baja Blast. I really enjoy a Baja Blast. And actually, while we're on the topic of just brands doing good things, Taco Bell, you released a California Crunchwrap, breakfast Crunchwrap. It's so good. You throw some jalapeno sauce on that. It's so good. Genuinely. Like, I could eat it for breakfast 4 or 5 days a week. It's so good. I wish it was bigger, but it's so good. It's everything I wanted in a Crunchwrap. It's so good. That's besides the point. So yes, Pepsi, I don't know that guy's name. He deserves a raise. That guy, if you're listening, you deserve a raise. Thank you for giving me the last Game Fuel because I needed it to game. And game I did. Although on the bottle right now is World of Warcraft, which I don't play. So, you know, call me a poser, I guess. Anyway, I think that's like just about it. That's like all I've got today. To cover, you know, to give you a synopsis of what we covered. I talked about being a grandma. I talked about making friends. I talked about my really unfortunate Facebook Marketplace experience, where I was the unfortunate part of that experience. And also Game Fuel. And also Taco Bell. Is Dr. Pepper owned by Pepsi? Hold on. Who owns Dr. Pepper? Is it Coke? Oh, are they their own thing? I thought they were owned by Pepsi. Oh. Because, like, Pepsi owns Mountain Dew, right? Oh, Snapple. They own Snapple? I didn't... Oh, 7-Up. Oh. Okay. What I was going to say, Pepsi, is that this experience makes me want to stop drinking Dr. Pepper as my main soda and switch to a Pepsi product. Give that guy a raise. Who exactly owns Dr. Pepper? Is it Cola or Pepsi? Oh, so they really just own themselves. Wait, that's honestly sick. Wow, that's honestly so cool. Anyway, besides the point, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for attending my TED Talk / podcast. Have a fantastic week. Later, gamers. Bye-bye.